What made daddies watching me feel more than paranoia? My daughter Evie was only 8 when I filed for divorce from her father. He'd always been controlling, but I thought starting fresh with a smart home would give us the modern life we deserved. During the first week, everything was perfect. Evie loved asking Alexa to play her favorite songs, but then strange things started happening at exactly 3 a.m. The Alexa in Evie's room would whisper, "Evie, Evie," in a voice that sounded like her father's. I unplugged the device, but the next night our smart TV turned on by itself, playing the cartoon Evie had watched at her dad's. Then our thermostat spelled out, "Watching." The doorbell camera shifted to point at Evie's bedroom window. The printer spat out her tablet drawings without any command. Then Evie grabbed my hand and said, "Mommy, Daddy's watching me." I froze because I hadn't told her about any incidents. When I checked the Alexa app, my blood ran cold. Commands had been given during Evie's visits with him. Show me Evie's room. Play back Evie's conversations. I found unauthorized access from my ex's IP address in our router logs. He'd been monitoring us 24/7. The cameras angled toward our bathroom. He knew about school schedule changes before I'd told him. That night as I tucked her in, she whispered, "Mommy, the lights flash when I'm changing." My heart shattered realizing she'd known all along. The next morning I went to the police and told them everything. The officer looked at me with skepticism. "Ma'am, cybercrime is hard to prove. Your ex has a right to check on his daughter. Maybe you're stressed from the divorce?" He handed me a therapist's card. My lawyer said gathering evidence myself could be illegal wiretapping. Family court said his custody agreement allowed reasonable contact. I tried factory resetting every device, but he rehacked them through Evie's tablet during her next visit. Even my sister suggested I was paranoid. Meanwhile, he escalated. Alexa started playing his voice singing Evie's lullabies at bedtime. Our wake-up alarm became him saying, "Good morning, princess." When we stayed at my mother's house, her devices started acting up too. I felt like I was going insane, but I wasn't satisfied because I knew this was real. So I found an ethical hacker through my divorce support group. What she discovered made me sick. He'd installed keyloggers during our marriage that were still active. He had 3 years of bathroom recordings, files labeled with dates of Evie's baths. He'd been selling our data and using Evie's voice to train an AI. He's been using the bank's VPN to hide his tracks, she said, showing me his work schedule. His big board presentation is next week. Want to return the favor? That was it. His violations pushed me over the edge. We spent days preparing, testing the overrides until the timing was perfect. I sat in my car outside his office building during the presentation and watched through the conference room camera. For the first half hour, I waited, hands shaking. Then he pulled up his laptop to start his security presentation. That's when we struck. His screen suddenly displayed screenshots of him accessing Evie's bedroom camera during work hours. The speakers began playing his voice whispering through our Alexa, "Evie, I'm always here. Daddy loves you." Board members' faces turned to horror. One woman covered her mouth in disgust while the CEO stood up shouting. He tried to run, but I'd already sent everything to bank security. Security burst in as he tried to destroy his laptop. Board members gasped, seeing him actively monitoring our home cameras, right there in the conference room. "She's trying to ruin me," he screamed as police arrived. But the digital forensics spoke for themselves. The bank fired him immediately and pressed charges. The FBI got involved for crossing state lines digitally. Other ex-wives contacted me with similar stories. Still, victory felt hollow. He was arrested and we got a restraining order, but I told the judge I had one more thing to do. I went home and removed every smart device. No more Alexa, no more smart TV, no connected anything. Just manual locks, analog clocks, and a flip phone. Evie helped me pack the devices in a box. That night as I tucked her in, she asked, "Can Daddy still hear us?" I smoothed her hair and said, "No, baby, never again." But even now, 2 years later, we both jump when we hear an Alexa activation from a neighbor's apartment. Some violations change you forever. Evie refuses to use voice assistants at school. She still whispers in her own home out of habit. I can't work in tech anymore. Every notification sound makes my heart race. We light candles instead of using smart bulbs. She reads physical books by lamplight. But last week I heard her humming while drawing. It wasn't much, but it was music. "I miss when homes were just homes," she said quietly. I hugged her tight. At least she started singing again.